little bit of tug, and she sits.
Solid, straight pressure. Slow on, slow off. You're down. Right hand. Down. Point to the ground. Good girl. Stay. Stay. Whether it's in a sit or a down, just a flat hand. Down. Then you can walk off. To release her from any stay, it's just, okay, good girl. Little kissy noises will get her coming forward. Good girl. When you stop,
When you stop,
should
she
sit.
stops.
Leave her here. Get her attention. Sit. Come back to her.
Half the time her eyes look like
Here.
these dead people.
I know. she's a good-looking little dog.
Down. To call her to you, just a little downward bend. Good girl. When she comes to you, she should sit. Good job. Yes. No praises until she's sitting and still, and then you can pet her. Good girl. Okay. Yep. Good girl. Yep.
It's interesting because I don't have a relationship with this dog, that she's not distracted by me being here versus when we used to do this with Georgia. Georgia would be highly, daddy.
Right. She's
See?
still like, oh, somebody's here to see me. Good girl. So for her bed, same thing with the down. Take it, leash in this hand and point. Place.
Place.
She should go down. If not,
Just give her a little tug.
same thing, downward motion. She should automatically stay, put herself on a stay on her bed. Then to come get her, same thing, just walk up. Okay. And
She usually goes to sleep in fairly short order.
It's a lot of work to stay in place.
girl, that's it. Come here.
Mentally demanding.
Good girl. You like their bed. Girl, yes you do. Like your bed.
And she changes speeds to where you can jog and
Girl.
go slow, and she'll follow you at different speeds.
That's a good job. Nice bit. Yeah. Ready? Come on. Yep. Thing is, you never want to have a tight leash on her. If you start working her like this, she'll start leaning on that leash. So always have a wiggle in the leash. Sit. Sit. Nice job. So we don't want her to have to rely on this collar. That's just to keep her from running off. No squirrels. Oh, did you guys send him that picture
Yeah.
of the squirrel?
I did.
That was amazing, right?
That squirrel came all the way over to the corner. It was like 2 feet from her nose, and she's just like, should I do something
It
about
was
this?
on the same arm of the chair as her side.
Just tormenting her.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good girl. That's it. That's it. Anything else you didn't touch on? I want to do all real quick,
No,
'cause it's not super
that's
long.
you went through everything that we do with Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, sit, stay down, place. Corrections here and there.
Just don't badger her with vocal commands, verbal commands. If it's one command, and then she gets a correction if she doesn't follow through. So, your timing on that is going to help with her staying sharp and focused. So don't let her get away with sit, 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 and her just look at you like,
What's that mean?
yeah. So sit, correction. Good girl. What? I'm sorry. She's like, what'd I do? Okay, come here. Good girl. Good. Nice.
Little
job.
Thug, and sit down.
Good job. Girl. Got a lot of
And that's nice that that you guys worked with her on the left side as well. So my
Yep, she stays on the left.
her mama had the knee surgery on her right knee, so this may be okay that if she walks with her on the left. It's not a problem.
Good. Good. She's having a long day. She loves to play with her friends.
She is now responsible for her actions. So she gets all split up, she's required to sit down and calm and not negotiating. Okay.
So when she's pacing around, the proper way to respond if she's pacing is not to chase after her and say stop, 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 and be as badgering as she is nervous. We want to combat that nervous energy with very boring, calm, assertive energy. Basically, get in front of her, snap, say. Ch. She needs to stop moving.
And
so
she
we're
will.
not. If we start chasing her around and have a lot of movement, that's just.
She thinks you're
feeding-
amping her up.
Yeah,
You're
just
amped up,
feeding
so
the
she's
anxious
amped up.
monster. So you want to respond with equal and opposite energy. So you can kind of understand what she's doing. And usually with her in the yards, do I have anybody in there? Okay. So, oh, and Cam up too. So I can put her in the yard to show you, like, she'll still do a little keep away stuff. So.
Yeah, this will be perfect. I'm just gonna toss this to YouTube and just give the link to my sister and mom. Okay, Georgia.
Let me
okay.
let you. Let me put her up real quick. Come here.
Here, baby. Okay, sit. Sit. Hmm? Huh? Blue. Blue.
That's how she started out.
Yes, I know. Good girl. See? Nice sit.
Hi, your friend is going home.
Okay. Your temporary mama is back.
All right, come on. Those are all her buddies.
Hey, babe.
So when you go in the yard or anything to get her, same thing, you want to stop her movement. So if she's wiggling around, good girl. So I wait till she's facing me. If she's puts her butt towards me or walks away, I'll say walk towards her. When she sits, then you can kind of go on with her collar. But that, and then usually once I have her, Blue, come on, good girl. I'll bring her towards me so that she gets used to, come on, good girl. When I back up, it's a lot easier to catch her. So when she's off leash, okay. And she wants to run, Blue, good girl, that's it. I can kind of use that as a good girl. Good girl. So see when she turns away, good girl. That's it.
Yeah, was she ever really a jumper? Stand up and try to paw you?
She didn't
No.
do that a lot. No, I mean
Yeah.
she jumps on the fence a lot, and we had a couple, like when she first got here, she kept trying to jump through the little fence and stuff, so we just put her in the fence with the hot wire up top, and she
That
hit it,
stopped her.
and she's like, never mind, nope,
Yeah, I'm good.
don't want to do that anymore. But that's just going to get you started. So whenever you put her collar on, you don't want to be chasing a moving dog while you're putting it on. So and you can grab her flat collar if she's being wiggly and just pull up, and if she's not
Give her a little
listening.
correction.
So that way, when you start it, you put her collar on. This is the dog that you're starting with versus a little floppy noodle. Because if you're starting with a floppy noodle, you're gonna have a little anxious mess once she gets going. So This is going to give you a nice calm dog to start with. It's not going to be an uphill battle.
See the Georgia anxiety when she's in the truck with you, and then she knows she's getting out of the place she wants to be,
Yeah.
and she has to get that collar on.
Yeah.
She's like pushing on me to get the collar. Like
Yeah.
like she knows she can't get out without the collar.
Yeah, it's just
so she's
hurry,
like,
hurry, hurry. She's like trying to put her neck into it.
yes.
So same thing with gates and doors. This is kind of a what we call a change of environment. Well, I call a change of environment. So this whole threshold right here, for some reason, dogs will either can be trained to walk through it and be the same little dog, but for whatever reason, their nature is to walk through and just be like, I am free, and it's like
Just like going in the house or out of the house.
yes, exactly. So same thing, when you walk up to the door, we want you to take your cues from me. So if I stop halfway through, you need to stop halfway through. So this is not just an open door to run amok. So same thing with the house. You want her to come with you. When I turn around, she needs to wait on me to close this gate. So I always kind of take a lot more time here than I necessarily would need to make sure that we practice that. So she's not pulling at the end of the leash and like, let's go on our walk. So now, when I'm ready to start, she's with me. She's not paying attention to everything else that's out there. So that's the same theory as putting the collar on when they're calm. You exit the door and they're calm, the gate, the car. You want them sitting there and ready to move on to the next step before you continue.
She's being a very good girl.
So this is when you pet them. You don't want petting is like food for the energy. So this is what you want to feed. So affection, happy tone of voice, anything like that. You're going to be rewarding whatever state they're in. So this is the dog that you want to love and put your energy into, not one that's pacing around and dancing and jumping or pawing at you. That's when you kind of get a little authoritative. Say, calm down. As soon as they go to this dog, then this dog you love and be
Love on 'em.
sweet and feed it. You want more of this dog. Good girl. All right. I can't think of anything else. Did that cover about it?
No, actually, I think that you got everything that at least you gave everything that you gave us for Georgia.
Okay. So that'll be a good start. But, and there'll be things, every different environment, you'll see a little bit of change in her. You may see things that, well, I don't know how to sit when I'm at PetSmart, stuff like that. Dogs just think a little differently, and any change of environment is going to bring changes in them that you may not expect, but you just have to go back to the basics and say, sit, just reminders. She may need a lot more reminders than she did at home, just like here is where we do the majority of the training. So she gets very used to the routine, very used to the distractions here. So any different distractions may just kind of throw her for a loop. So you'll just kind of have to take that into consideration and not be upset or frustrated with her if she does have little setbacks in different locations, because that's just normal.
So let's rattle off just quick summary of you have.
Her commands?
Yeah, let's just rattle through
Yep.
commands for her.
Good girl. So sit is just a little upward pressure. Again, slow off. It's not a yank. So it's just slow up. As soon as her little hiney starts to go down, we give her full release of that pressure. Down, we'll put our leash in the right hand, our little pointer finger, because eventually we want to just be able to
Point at it.
Yeah, because we're going to wean her off of this. Hey. Again, I want her attention before I start wasting commands. Down. Good girl. So she stalled
No
out there,
correction.
so she got a correction for that. Good girl. Good girl. No sniffing around. So I want her to rest there. If she just starts sniffing, she's more likely to bust her down and get up and
So now we've done a sit and we've done a down,
down. And so, come on. Her release.
and that's the
Yep,
release.
just, okay. Release. Good girl.
Okay.
Good. And her heel, usually I'll just say heel or what? Heel. Good girl. Yep, good girl. So heel just means stay here. Stay, come with me, stay here. Good job. So we want her head kind of right in this little bubble right here beside us. If she gets too far behind, she'll get a correction to move up. If she gets too far ahead, usually if she gets too far ahead, I'll change direction. Good girl. She'll get a correction because she'll be out of place. When I
Okay.
stop, she should sit. Good girl. Any
And-
stay, whether it's a sit or a down, it's just a flat hand. Again, look for those eyes to make sure she's paying attention. If you're talking to the back of her head, it's most likely going to be white
And
noise.
I'm going to
if you-
stop there because we're at 15 minutes.